there, welcome back to the vlog. So I'm going to try and keep this one quick today because yesterday was a bit rambling and I don't really fancy editing up a long one again today. So if you missed yesterday's vlog, which I will link to up here, the basic takeaway from it was I've rented an apartment from a company called QuadReal, and basically if they could do anything wrong in any part of the process, then something did go wrong. Yeah, things that I forgot to add yesterday, if you do go and watch the other video, things like, you know, for instance, when you get the keys, they don't do a walk around, you know, so there's no sort of handover, and that sort of leads to problems both for them and for the renters, where let's say for instance there's something wrong with the apartment. Well, because nobody did a walk around, I mean, I try to document this stuff because they haven't done a walk around, but you know, because they didn't, then it turns into a he said she said, and yeah, that's just bad form. Like, you know, it's sort of amateur hour. You know, when you've got like 12,000 people renting, that should never be the situation. So anyway, like, yeah, if you want to see a bit more about it, like, just go and look at the previous video. So what I alluded to at the end of the previous video was that there were further problems, but this time to do with cybersecurity. If you know my background, you know, I've done a lot over the years, putting people behind bars and working with the RCMP. I've worked with everybody to do with, like, yeah, banking, prisons, warfare. Like, I've pretty much been part of everything here. And so where we're at now is there is a situation where basically my mind says there is something going horrifically wrong with these people over at QuadReal, and so I better look into it a bit deeper, which I did. And what I found kind of horrified me. So, you know, I think the first alarm that went off was the fact that they have a ServiceNow ITMS system, but somebody wasn't following policy. So what they ended up doing was they published some of the logs from that to a public repo. And yeah, if anybody was actually doing a security audit, they would have found this, but you know, it's been there for a year and nobody's taken it down or done anything with it. So right there, you know, that tells you a bit more about, like, how sort of, you know, slapshod the entire operation appears to be, at least from my angle. To sort of add the next level of you know, sort of amateurishness to it, the Azure cloud system that they run, this QuadReal Connect system, which, you know, they're trying to get 12,000 properties to use this system. They say in their privacy policy that, you know, they try to make things as secure as possible, but they can't guarantee that anything's secure. I can't even guarantee they've even looked at it, because if you go to QuadRealConnect.com and strip out the www, what you'll find is, you know, it appears, at least optically, like somebody slapped the site up onto a server, went, yeah, okay, that works, and then walked away from it. Like, nobody did any proper testing. So if you go to www.quadrealconnect.com, you get the site that they want you to go to, but if you strip out the www, then you can see that clearly the server was never set up properly, and yeah, that's a schoolboy error. So again, this just sort of adds to the whole hunch that I have that, you know, people just aren't being as professional as they could be. Now, the third item that raised an alarm bell on this would be also to do with that site, and actually even the parent company site. So was it bci.ca? You know, if you go to the QuadRealConnect.com site and have a look at the headers that are coming out of their server, you'll notice that they forgot to set the X-Frame options header. So what you end up with basically is they're directing 12,000 renters to a site which holds financial information, like, you know, it shows how much you're paying and you know, your details, who your spouse is, your address and everything like that, and the entire system can basically be wrapped up in a phishing scheme and then, you know, basically used for a phishing scam. So when you've got 12,000 renters that are being put at a risk like that, that again also just basically says that these guys aren't exactly doing the job that they should be doing. You know, like, this isn't the time for tiny talent hour here. You know, in 2018, this really, yeah, like, they should know better. So again, you know, when you take those first 3 alarms and, you know, put them together, like, I don't know if I can recommend QuadReal. They, like, everything I just look at, there's something wrong. There's something always wrong. And, you know, this is a bit unfortunate because, you know, I'm about to have to put up with them for a year, and, you know, that basically means that the people that I'm relying on to give a, you know, a sense of security and, you know, a sense of, you know, basically looking after their customers such as myself, well, you know, that sense of security isn't there, the trust isn't there. Like, basically there's nothing there other than the feeling that you're getting gouged. So, like, something about the entire thing just smells like IBM. It really does smell like IBM is somehow connected to this, because it's the type of stuff they do. If you ever go to their site and, you know, look at their security, you'll notice that they talk about security, meanwhile they're unsecure. And so, yeah, it almost feels like it's the same thing all over again. But anyway, I have a couple of options at this point, and so one of the options would be I just document it and keep it to myself for now. Like, I'm not going to mention everything that I found in a video like this, like that would be irresponsible, but what I might do is document some of it and send maybe a copy over to the CCIRC, which is part of the RCMP, just so that they're at least aware if something does go horribly wrong in the near future, that you know, this was a known problem, it was spotted, and then that way when these guys try to sort of, you know, weasel their way out of this, you know, there is at least a record already lodged with a third party that you know, that this was the situation beforehand. I did that with CIBC before the Simply hack, and I've done it as well with Bell Canada as well. I've done it with Scotiabank. Like, yeah, this is a pretty standard thing that I've done on a number of occasions. Now, one of the other options I have is also, because I monitor every Schedule 1 bank in the country, plus the top 50 in the US, the top 10 in the UK, Australia, like, you know, I have plenty of ammunition that I can basically swing something around, point it over at these two companies, because the chances are that, you know, I'm going to find something there as well. And then what I could possibly do is just hand those logs over to the government, so at least they've got an idea as to, you know, what's going on with their renters in this country. But yeah, like the entire thing, I mean, yeah, as I said, I'm not going to give away details of everything I saw, but you know, it's my professional opinion now at this point that, yeah, I don't bloody trust them as far as I could throw them. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going to head into a meeting right now and basically discuss it with a couple of other third parties just to get some further feedback, and yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So anyway, speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.